Hey guys, I'm coming at you tonight. Well, I'm cooking dinner. It is a rare, quiet night in this house. We just got home. I unloaded groceries and Kevin said he would take the kids to the park so I can get it all unloaded and get dinner cooked because you guys know how it is. The kids always need something. They're always whining or asking for snacks, and so he's like, I'm just gonna take them to play and get them snacks. And so anyway, I thought I would pop on live. Okay, so 1 second, I'll see if any of you are popping on. Okay, here's what I want to share with you today. Okay, so in my title I put bring a paper, bring a pen. Okay, I'm going to put you to work a little bit, although technically you can watch this and then you can do it afterwards. So maybe once things get settled tonight, you're just kind of sitting around. I really want you to do this little activity, okay? So I've been thinking a lot about, I'm like, what changes did I make? How do I make this stick consistently over time? And so I thought that I should go way back and share with you guys where I was 2 years ago before I started this and what changes did I put into place over time, okay, to show you kind of what I needed to do and to just let you know, like, you're not alone. I did not start this with the knowledge I have now. I didn't start this with really any sort of healthy habits, okay? So I'm taking you back, all right? And so here's what I love about our nutrition plan. I love that it's just food groups. I'm like, okay, this is like old school. This is like back in the day, like the food pyramid, and like we learned it as a kid. And so it just clicks with me. Like, I can put foods, I know what the food groups are. So for me, that is really simple. Hey, so you guys have probably tried all the things too. I tried all the things, years ago. I did Weight Watchers. Reason why I didn't like Weight Watchers was because it never taught me anything about nutritional value. I did Weight Watchers and I was eating within my point allotment and I was eating a bunch of crap. Okay, I can tell you that. I was like hitting my daily points goals and it was all junk, like straight up junk, all right? So it did not teach me anything about eating right. And so that is one of the reasons why that never got me the results that I wanted. And so, like I said, the reason why I fell in love with this is because it was just really simple. But being as simple as it is, I almost quit, like, during my first challenge group. I almost quit during our prep week because, like I said, I'm gonna be cooking while I'm talking to you guys. I almost quit during prep week because I just couldn't get the hang of it. I liked the food groups. I'm like, okay, this makes sense, but I just could not get the hang of like how to space them all out within my day and how to be consistent with that in a day, how to put together a meal plan, how to just even do one day's meal plan. Like, guys, I could not get it. So I was like, I'm gonna quit. But of course I had invested the money. I'm cheap. I didn't want my money to go to waste, yada, yada. I was like, I'm gonna figure this out. So I want to take you back to like what did a day in my life look like eating 2 years ago, and then what changes did I make once I learned this system. Okay, so I literally today I sat down, I wrote it out on a sticky note. So this is my task for you tonight. Now, if you're one of my girls who's been around for a while and you kind of have a good handle on it now, this might still just be fun for you to do, to like think back to where you started. But I know we have a lot of new faces in here, and so I want you guys to know, like, this is a process and it's always something you're gonna have to learn and grow to become more comfortable with and more confident with, all right? So I wrote down what was a day like eating a long time ago, okay? So every day I would wake up. I've always been a breakfast girl. I would have peanut butter toast and coffee, all right? So one slice of bread, peanut butter on it, that was it, all right? That's not very much, by the way. For snack, so I'd probably be starving all morning at school, and then for snack, I would eat either like a yogurt, so I would bring like one little yogurt cup, or I might even get the like bad yogurt cups that have like all the chocolate toppings that you like dump it over, and you know what I mean, but they're so good. I would have that, and or I might even have like a string cheese and a Diet Coke, okay? So again, minimal food intake here. So then lunch, I never knew what I was going to have for lunch. So most of the time for lunch, I would grab a leftover to-go box from the refrigerator. So we would eat out all weekend long. And so I would literally, every time we would go out to eat, I would purposely like save half of my stuff. So at least I had portion control down. But, and then I would bring the other half for lunches. That was my lazy way of getting out of having to make or prep lunches, okay? So I would just grab a random box. If I didn't have anything, I would probably just end up like making a sandwich or something like that, okay? And Emily, since you're on, Emily then actually kind of like, she taught me some tricks along the way because we used to have to eat lunch together at school, and then she started teaching me like how to make these little like snack boxes. Emily, I still love those. But basically, aside from that, I never prepped or did anything. All right, so then I would get home from school, starving because I'd barely eaten all day. And then, sorry y'all. Then I would literally sit down in front of the TV, Bravo TV, with a bag of potato chips, sour cream and onion, or I would get a big bowl of ice cream. I'm not kidding, okay? I'm not kidding you guys. And I would just, that was my routine, all right? Because I was starving, and I would just mindlessly eat until it was time to cook dinner when Kevin got home. Dinner was always a meat and a vegetable, which back then I didn't even know what vegetables were. So all the things I thought were vegetables, turns out they were all carbs. We would have things like beans, corn. I would make sides of like potatoes or mashed potatoes. Like I thought I was being good, but I just didn't know. Okay, I really did not know. So we would also do like a lot of heavy casseroles and stuff like that. I was trying to find things that were easy, but it just really wasn't healthy, okay? So that was a day in my life. And then I would usually round it out with like a glass of wine or probably more ice cream. I'm not kidding, okay? So whenever I started, in case I know you can't see my list, but as I was looking over this, here's what I noticed today. I said, okay, this is a really high fat diet. So everything I was eating was really high in fat. I was eating way too many carbs, just unknowingly. I was having a carb with my breakfast. I was having carbs with lunch, maybe even 2 servings with lunch if it was leftovers from somewhere. The carbs for my snack whenever I got home, carbs with my dinner because I thought they were veggies. I mean, it was carb overload. I just didn't know. No veggies at all in my day, okay? There were like none. Maybe every now and then we would have canned green beans. That was it. Like literally for most of my adult life, okay? Fruit was rare. I enjoy fruit. I like fruit. I would buy fruit. I just don't ever really remember in my day like where I would put that. So fruit was rare, okay? My point is, when I came into this, I had to make changes. So here are a few of the changes that I made to make it work for me. One, I had to look at my day and say, okay, you don't ever eat fruits or veggies, so you need to plan for that now. It's not just going to happen. You need to plan. So one of the biggest changes I had to make was the way I even grocery shopped. When I started, I had to start buying way more than I thought I would actually need because at first I kept running out and I would be short and then it would throw me off my meal plan and then I would get frustrated, and that was a little bit of where the frustration came from. So one of my tips for you guys is keep your freezer stocked. Like I find that I always need more veggie portions than my family does because, you know, they don't follow the plan to a T like I like to do. So sometimes at dinner, I might need 2 servings of veggies, whereas they're just having like a meat, a veggie, and a carb, and maybe I'm going to skip the carb because I've already had them earlier in the day. Like I've learned my ways to sort of tweak my meal plan. But my tip for you is make sure you always have things on hand for yourself. So keep the freezer stocked. I keep extra frozen veggies in there all the time. You can buy those little steam bags now. They're so convenient. Like stick it in the microwave and then there you've got an extra serving for yourself, okay? Another thing for convenience is keep some really quick carbs, I call them quick carbs, on hand too. So you can find quick carbs that are actually healthy. Like you can find bags of sweet potatoes that you can stick in the microwave, not the ones that are like wrapped up with the cellophane, but I mean like an actual small bag of sweet potatoes. You stick it in the microwave for about 8 minutes, I think, and there are about 5 or 6 in there. That will last us like a whole week. And so anytime I'm like, oh, I need a healthy carb with my lunch, I can cut a sweet potato in half and boom, I've already got one ready. If Kevin decides he wants a carb with his dinner and I don't, I've got some in the fridge for him that I've already like cooked, and with the, you know, they just stay in the fridge. They're just fine once you microwave them. You can buy those little Uncle Ben's like microwavable brown rice packs that are like 90 seconds. You know, that can be the base of a lot of things. Or for him, it could be his base, and maybe I'm going to do cauliflower rice that I keep in the freezer. So those were my three tips. Buy more than you think you need. Keep your freezer stocked and always have like extra things on hand, and then keep some quick carbs on hand too, because sometimes that is like one area that you might need for your family or, you know, even for yourself, okay? And so really, here's what I want to say. The last thing, I'm going to let you guys go. It's just trial and error. You've just got to go through it. You've got to mess up. You've got to say, that didn't work. Here's what I'm going to do different tomorrow, okay? There's going to be, when I first started, every single day I would check in with my coach, and it would like, dang it, I did not get my veggies in. I mean, every day for like 2 weeks. And then I started realizing, okay, I'm not buying enough. I can throw some in my shake. Like, I just had to learn what worked for me. Even still, getting 4 servings of vegetables in a day is still really hard for me. So now I've even had to still learn 2 years later, I need to be bringing a vegetable to school every day. So I've started actually really liking cut up red peppers. So that's kind of been my go-to lately, is like just throwing some cut up red peppers and be like, okay, now I know I've got my 4th serving, because I'm usually pretty good about breakfast, lunch, and dinner getting one, but that 4th one is always odd for me. And same with your fruit. If you're just like not a fruit person, you've got to decide, okay, where's the fruit going to go? You've got to plan it in your day. Maybe it could be your morning snack and your afternoon snack. You know you're going to have a fruit or whatever, okay? So don't give up. It's hard. It's frustrating, but you will get it. You will get the hang of it. You just got to learn what works for you, learn from your mistakes, and keep going, okay? Any questions? Thanks for watching, y'all. It's nice to have a quiet house. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope that was helpful. Sit down tonight. That's your homework. Write it out. What do you eat now? Especially if you're brand new. If you're brand new, write out what do you eat now, and then look at your plan and decide, okay, where can I make some healthy changes? Okay? Talk to you later. Bye.